Hello everybody, I'm Lightning Flash, and here's my 1982 Ford F-150 project update video. As you can see, I haven't really gotten anything else done. So in the last video, we took the floor mat out of the truck. We took the floor mat out of the truck to reveal the how bad the floor was. Middle doesn't look too bad. We got some holes here and there. I mean, it's not too bad. The cab's pretty solid. Like, as you can see, it's pretty good except for the cab corners, which on these go a lot. Floor needs a floor pan. Had to get that done. But we haven't really gotten much done since we took the mat out. Last video, the video before that, shut this door. Last video before that, we got it jacked up a lot. That was on the ground before, and now I have it up on bricks. Seems nothing's really changed. It hasn't settled too much. I had to dig a massive hole to get under it. The brakes seem to be locked up. And just give me pointers on how to unlock them. Probably WD-40 or something, but hasn't been haven't had a chance to do much more on the truck. Not sure what to start on first. I know one more thing I do got to do though. We come around here to the back. I still need to jack the back up. I did not get that done or didn't have time, so I'll have to get the back jacked up, which might be a pain in the butt. Just looking there, you can see that the frame isn't too bad. It's not even like chunky rust. It's more like not even flaky. It's just more surfaced rust than really anything. I mean, it may be thin, but it's not too bad. I've seen new trucks that were like gone. This seems to be in not too bad a shape. Back here, this back fender, it's not, I mean, it's bad, but it needs work, obviously, but not too horrible. This could be fixed with some body work, maybe without replacing it. As for that fender up there, this fender right here, it's gonna need, I'm just gonna need to put a new one on it. As I said in my last video, I have a I think a red truck with the same fender, so probably just swap them out. There's some holes, little tiny holes in the other one, but it's not rusted like this at all. So let's go back here to the back, see what we have to do over here. There's a lot of junk in this bed. As you can see, it has a nice bumper on it. When I jacked it up, the back went down a lot. So I had to get over there. Someone cut the exhaust out, or cut the exhaust out from under it. I'll have to get in there, find a place to jack it up. The back gas tank I think is bad, but the middle one doesn't seem to have a problem with it. Got to work on this right here. I'm trying to think of how I should approach this. Do body work first, or should I try to get it started first? I mean, I doubt this engine's any good anyway. Come up here and try to figure out how I did this last time. Okay, after wrestling with it for 5 minutes, I got it open. I did not know, I forgot this was here. So what I did was I pushed the hood down with my one hand and went over and opened this with like that. This is why it keeps getting hung. I don't know. Should I fix this hood or should I get a new hood? Because this hood is, I mean, it's not super horrible. The worst part's just right here. So I'm not really sure. I don't know where to start on this engine, really. So I just had to go through it. That's why I was wondering if I should work on body work first or work on the engine. Probably should work on the engine first. But the first thing I'm going to have to do is get the front wheels unlocked. I'm guessing it's just because the brakes are stuck or something. Because I jacked them up in the air and they would not move at all. So guess I'll have to take the, I guess that's a hubcap, take it off and get to work on it. These fenders, this fender right here is completely shot, so like I said before, I'll have to swap it out. Yeah, the frame on this thing's not bad. It just needs grinded down and make sure to remove all the rust. I want to have it like clean of rust before it's painted so it doesn't rust underneath the paint. Shocks are bad on it. It's a big project, but I believe it's fixable. Okay, so we're gonna have to find out why it wouldn't start before. He said he drove it one day, and my dad said he drove it one day and parked it, went back to start it up, and it would not start. So he replaced things like, I'm not sure what he replaced, but there was many parts that he said he replaced, and he still couldn't figure out why it wouldn't start. It's kind of like a sudden, like won't start, so I think it's the timing gear, which is somewhere down in there. My thought would be the timing gear. Not exactly sure. We could discuss this in the comments below. But as you can see, it's a straight 6, 300 inline 6. Got all this, some of this crap's unnecessary, like the smog stuff. The smog thing was stolen. Don't really know anyone would want it because it's not really necessary. See, the inside of this fender is not rotten, but then you go on the outside and it's gone. So this one's not as bad, but I mean, this one could probably be fixed. Yeah, this one could probably be fixed. Yeah, this one could definitely be fixed. But I could just swap it and make it easier. But then I gotta get the paint correct, so I don't know. I mean, this paint's bad anyway. But I'd like to get it the same color because I do happen to like the color. So, see, it has a pretty nice bumper on it. The rust isn't like too bad on like the frame or anything. So basically, I have not gotten anything done on this thing in months. Not exactly sure where to start, and I'm pretty busy at the moment, so don't know when I'll get back to this again. Hopefully I can get back to it soon and do something on it. All the leaves from the fall season are on top of it. Back here, I think the last thing I did was right here. This was full of leaves, and it's full of leaves again. Yeah, it was completely up to the top with old leaves, and I got them out of there. Have to do that again. See, the roof is in pretty good shape. Little spot right there. Just a little bit of rust. Cab's pretty solid except for the rocker panels. I mean, the rocker panels aren't even bad. It's just the floor and the cab corners. Well, this edge right there is pretty bad, but I got another one of these, but there's no reason to replace it right now. So I need a floor in here, some cab corners, and this area should be ready to go. And hopefully revive this truck. I like it when you shut a door and it actually sounds like metal. It's a very interesting mirror. Right here, there's the 2 gas tanks. Gas tank in the middle, I don't think there's anything wrong with, but the gas tank back there has been bad for like 20 years. So, and this fender right here is in pretty bad shape, so I have to get it redone. I don't know, maybe take the bed off because I want to get the frame painted underneath it. Hopefully I eventually get time to do this truck. Start to work on it a little bit at a time, and hopefully that works out. I love the look of these old bullnose trucks. Also, I wanted to point out something else. Someone told me on one of my YouTube shorts that this is a 1981, not an 82. And they are right, but this was released. This was, I think, released in 82, so that's why I call it an 82. It was built in like 91, but released in 82. Because the door sticker thing says 81 built in August, I think. So technically it is an 81, but released in 82, so that's why I call it an 82. I really wish this puppy was running right now. Project's a project. I think it would be kind of fun to work on it. I mean, you can get a cab corner, floor pan, cab braces, all in a kit for, I think, like 200 or 300. You got to cut them obviously to size, but might be the way to go. Ever since I removed the floor mat out of here, I think it's started to rust less because it can drain through that hole right there. Because the seal is leaking around this window. So that's another thing I'll have to deal with later. I mean, these seals are going to. Doesn't look too bad on this side. Here's one last look at the project truck before we go. I'm not exactly sure what to start on first. Maybe getting those wheels unlocked. Probably do that in a video. Then we could try to figure out how to start it. I'll see you guys back here again, hopefully pretty soon. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that notification bell to keep up to date. And as always, keep it electrified. I'll see y'all later.